In the heart of Chihuahua, Mexico, there's a bridal shop that has stood for nearly a century. Its display window holds a mannequin so lifelike that for decades, people have whispered the same chilling question: is she a mannequin or a mummified bride? They call her La Pascualita, the corpse bride of Mexico. And her story begins on March 25th, 1930. That day, townsfolk walking past La Popular, a local bridal boutique, stopped dead in their tracks. A new mannequin had appeared in the front window, dressed in a delicate lace gown. But there was something unsettling about her. Her glass eyes seemed to glisten with human depth. Her skin bore subtle veins beneath a pale surface. Her hands looked too detailed, complete with lifelike fingernails, knuckles, even creases where the skin should bend. Under the sun, her complexion didn't shine like wax or plastic. It seemed almost organic. Whispers spread quickly. People said the mannequin resembled the shop owner's daughter, a young woman who had recently died under tragic circumstances. Some claimed she'd been bitten by a black widow spider just before her wedding. Others said it was an illness or a broken heart. The shop's owner was said to be Pascuala Esparza, and in hushed tones, locals began connecting the dots. A daughter who died in her bridal gown. A new mannequin that looked exactly like her, appearing just days after her death. And a mother, grief-stricken enough to preserve her child forever. It wasn't long before the whispers turned into a legend. They said Pascuala had her daughter's body embalmed and dressed it in the very gown she was meant to marry in. Then, unable to let go, she placed her daughter's preserved form in the shop window for the world to see. The mannequin's realism only deepened the mystery. Her eyes seemed to follow customers as they walked by. Her expression shifted subtly in the light, sometimes soft, sometimes mournful. And the longer you looked, the more human she appeared. To this day, people who have seen La Pascualita up close describe her skin as too detailed for wax. Her hands, complete with fingerprints, make even scientists and forensic experts pause. The mannequin's legs and body are always covered by a dress, and no one outside the shop's trusted staff is ever allowed to handle her. Over time, strange stories began to surface. Shop workers claimed her clothes were changed behind closed doors by only the senior staff, and always with gloves. Some said that, during the night, La Pascualita moved slightly, her head tilting just a bit by morning. Others swore her eyes followed them from across the room. And there were even whispers that a French magician fell in love with her, visiting each night to bring her to life. Of course, there is no proof that any of it is true. No record confirms that Pascuala Esparza had a daughter at all, and no evidence exists to show that the mannequin is a human body. Most historians believe La Pascualita is simply a high-quality mannequin crafted with extraordinary skill, perhaps using wax, glass, and natural hair to achieve its uncanny realism. Experts point out that if it were truly a preserved body, nearly a century of heat, sunlight, and time would have caused visible decay. Yet, the legend refuses to die. Over the decades, shop owners have come and gone, each one inheriting not only the mannequin, but the mystery. None have ever publicly examined her or offered proof either way. And perhaps that's exactly how they want it. Today, La Pascualita still stands in the same window on Avenida Ocampo, dressed in ever-changing bridal gowns. Locals cross themselves as they walk by. Tourists snap photos, some swearing they caught her blinking. And nearly 100 years later, her pale face still gazes silently into the streets of Chihuahua, the eternal bride waiting for a wedding that never came. Whether she's just a mannequin or something far more macabre, La Pascualita's story endures because it sits perfectly between life and death, a mystery no one truly wants solved. Because once the truth is known, the magic disappears. And so she remains, frozen behind glass, the bride who may never rest, the corpse bride of Mexico. If you enjoyed this story, there are many more mysteries like this waiting for you. Subscribe to Untold History in 5 and uncover the strange, the shocking, and the stories history tried to forget.